about genetic annihilation on the part of the global as well as local white collective, then it would stand to reason that there would be a horrendous attack on the black male. Do you see? Because it is only the male that can impose the white genetic annihilation, because it's only men that can impose it, okay? So that the lynching and the castration was the expression from the white psyche, from the white male psyche specifically, but there are pictures of lynchings where you have white females and children standing around the lynched black male, you see, burning body and cheering. There are also descriptions in which the people took the genitals home. I won't say they ate them, but they took them home. You see, because there are some cultures where, to this day, people go in bars and eat the testicles of bulls. Bulls. How many people are aware of that or know that? Okay. Now, this is supposedly a particular male delicacy. I won't say for black males, but if we understand our ancient history, Osiris, the Egyptian god that has been described as Lord of the perfect black, the symbol of Osiris was the bull. Do you see? So when people are eating bull's balls, they are trying to ingest the power of the black male. Okay? Now, after I figured this out, I remember one day I was sitting at home and looking at television, and there was a bullfight from somewhere in Europe on the television. We don't really have that on the television here a lot, but for some reason there was this bullfight on the television. So I was looking at this television, and I got up to go and turn off the television because I couldn't stand the idea of their sticking those knives in that animal. And so I was horrified, and I got up to turn the television off. And just moving across the floor, I saw the expressions on the faces of the people in the audience. These were white faces, and the people, they were going out. So I said, wow. Do you see? Because their reaction was quite counter to what I was feeling. And so then I said, oh wow. These bullfights have something to do with lynching. Because the same people that cheered in the lynching were cheering and going into orgastic spasms watching this bull be killed. And so I said, this is, yeah, right, sick. I said, this has something to do with black people. So I start, go to the library. You got to go to the library, go to bookstores, pull out books, stand in the bookstore, stand in the library, and let the spirit move you so you know what book to touch with your hand, because you don't have time to read all of them. And the spirit will lead you, right? So I found two books. One's very common, the Encyclopedia Britannica, and the other was Cirlo's Dictionary of Symbols. And I bought this book a long time ago and had never really looked in it. And so I just said, well, let me just look at this book. And lo and behold, in Cirlo's Dictionary of Symbols, under bull, guess what it said? The bull is a historic symbol of the Aryan superiority over the Negro. So I had to sit down with that. But because that was the last thing I expected to read. But I said, wait a minute, something is wrong. If the bull, in the bullfight, was the symbol of the Aryan superiority over the Negro, they wouldn't kill the black bull. So that it had been twisted and turned around, and that the bull was what? The historic symbol of the black man's superiority over white. So then I said, oh, that's what that is. And so then if you go to the Encyclopedia Britannica after that, they will tell you that bullfighting became a sport in Spain. After the Moors, the blacks were chased back into Africa. And the Africans had gone up into Spain and dominated Spain from the Sundas to the 1400s for 700 years. And when they finally were defeated, everybody was colored in Spain. And so they started this symbolic activity of killing these black bulls. Do you see? And then you have little white males switch around, shaking their you-know-what in front of the bull, in suits of light. Now, do you see what I'm saying? Suits of light, meaning white people. Do you understand? And so they symbolically carry out this attack on the black male in the activity that they call entertainment of the bullfight.